Okay, so let's look at the preposition at. We don't actually pronounce it like a popping T most of the time. It does exist, but it's not all the time. Let me get out of here. I'll minimize myself, and we're gonna go right into the very first sound right here. I'll get myself out the way. Alrighty. So what do we got here? We got the popping T, right? That strong at sound that you can see right here. This is the clear, fully pronounced version of at. It may appear when the word is stressed, emphasized, said carefully, or isolated. So it's going to sound like a t, popping T, at home, at work, where you at. All right, so always pop that T. Careful or emphasized speech. As far as the articulation, you're going to mouth open, tongue low and front, lips relaxed and apart. At, right? You want to pop the T. The tip of the tongue is going to touch the roof of the mouth right here, and you're going to pop it. T, t. You should feel a little gust of air coming out. T, t, t. At. That's the popping T, right? The way you would normally learn how to pronounce the at. Now we have the reduced at. There are two different sounds for the reduced at. All right, so we have in natural connected speech, at is often reduced. What to do? We're going to relax the vowel. So it's not ah, it's a. Going to keep it short. Don't overpronounce it. Example, at home, at school, at the office, at a party. There are two different types of reduced sounds here. So at, where we hold the air in with the T, it's a at school, hold the air in. At the office, I'm not popping that T. It's not t, I'm holding the air in. And with this one, it's atta. This is a flap T. We connect it with the A. It's atta party. At a party. Lips relaxed, jaw relaxed, tongue in a neutral mid position, short, unstressed vowel. This kind of sounds like a schwa. At. Now, the sound that we're mainly going to be focusing on in this video is that held T sound. When you hold the air in. This flap T, I'm going to make another video. In the following video, we're going to focus on the flap T sound of the at, because at makes two sounds. It makes the held T sound and it makes the flap T sound. Today we're focusing on this one, the held T sound, right? Alrighty, perfect. Let me get out of here, scroll over here. So we have the connected or flapped T before vowels. When reduced at is followed by a vowel sound, the T may connect smoothly and often sound like a quick flap in natural American speech. So for example, the the relaxed vowel sound, The T moves forward, tongue tip moves up toward the alveolar. So that's right up here behind your front teeth. And it's going to pop it. Light tap, which we call a flap, on the alveolar ridge. La, ra, ra. Into the vowel, smoothly into the vowel. Ra, 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 ra. At all. At all. At it. At it. At a hotel. Look at it. Right at the end. All right. But like I said, we're going to get into some drills. We're going to look at drills and we're going to practice a whole lot, but for the next video. In this video, we're basically focusing on that held, the held T. So in general, for the next couple of videos, what you should expect is in this video, we're going to be kind of focusing on the strong T, the t, careful and emphasized speech, how you would normally pronounce it, like a t, at, that popping T. And we're going to look at the reduced held T sound, at, where you hold the air in. don't fully pronounce it. At, at, right? That's what we're mainly focusing on today. The connected flap T, we're going to get into that for next time for in more in detail. All right, so let's get into some listening skills because there are 3 stages. I always say the same thing. You always have to remember the 3 stages. What are the 3 stages of acquiring a new accent, improving pronunciation? You have to hear it, you have to repeat it, and you have to use it. These are the 3 stages. Hear it, repeat it, use it. If you can't hear that sound, you're never going to be able to produce it. So listen to the sound. Also, repeat the sound. Once you can identify that sound, repeat it over and over and over again with different exercises, fluency drills, isolation practice, chunking, shadowing, tongue twisters, so on and so forth. There's so many ways to practice. And if you do want to practice, make sure you go to the bio, click on the link, you get feedback, go to my community, and you're going to get a personalized assessment on what your strengths and weaknesses are. You're going to get live coaching 3 times a week, a full accent system, and a community to help you improve your pronunciation skills. So these are the 3 ways we can that you can acquire a new accent. So what are we going to do here? This is the first drill. We're just going to practice our ear a little bit. Decide whether at should be emphasized or weakened. Let me get my marker right here. 1 second. Let me adjust the size. There we go. Should it be emphasized or weakened? So you're just going to listen and tell me if you hear an emphasized at or a weakened at. We will arrive at 7 o'clock. I'll repeat. We will arrive at 7 o'clock. That one is weakened. Look at that. Look at that. That one's a strong emphasized sound. I'm good at math. I'm good at math. You're popping it. That's the emphasized sound. She works at a hospital. She works at a hospital. That one's reduced. This is the flap T, which we're going to practice more next time, but that's a reduced sound. I was surprised at the news. I was surprised at the news. That is reduced. He smiled at me. He smiled at me. That one's strong. Meet me at the cafe. Meet me at the cafe. Strong. They are at home. They are at home. Reduced. I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy at all. Reduced. That's the flap T. Again, focus on that for the next video. We looked at the picture. We looked at the picture. Reduced. The So you're going to hear how I'm holding the air in. We will arrive at 7 o'clock. Right? She works at a hospital. And I can reduce these if I wanted to. I can reduce them. I'm just popping it so you can hear the difference between the t and the reduced sound. But you can reduce all of them. Look at that. I'm good at math. She works at a hospital. I was surprised at the news. At, and then I hold the air in for a quick second. He smiled at me. Meet me at the cafe. They are at home. All right, so all we're doing here is refining our ear so we can hear the difference between that popping t and the reduced at. Good. Let's try this last activity here. So what are we going to do? Quick reminder. Zoom in here, right there. Quick reminder, when at comes before a consonant, the vowel is usually reduced and the final T connects smoothly into the next word. So at becomes at. hold the air in. Keep the vowel relaxed. Let the T stay light. Connect smoothly to the next word. At home, connected, connected. Right? So let's see if we can repeat these phrases right here. I'm going to repeat it out loud. Hold the air in. Wherever you are, repeat it. Hold the air in. Number 1, at home. At home. Number 2, at work. At work. At work. Number 3, at school. At school. Holding the air in. At school. At 5. At 5. Right? And make sure to merge the with the next consonant. At home. At work. At school. At 5. At church. At church. At lunch. At lunch. At night. At night. At bedtime. At bedtime. Easy peasy. Are you repeating? You got to practice. Got to practice. Repeat it out loud. Let's go on to the next activity here. Which one sounds smoother? Choose the version that sounds more natural and connected. All right, so here we go. Which one sounds smoother? Number 1, at home, or at home. Naturally, this one. Number 2, at work. B, at work. Of course, this one sounds smoother. At school. At school. This one sounds smoother. At 5. At 5. At lunch. At lunch. At night. At night. At night. Right? So again, just a listening comprehension activity. The idea is to hear the difference between that popping t and that held T sound. At, 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 at. Good. Let's come over here and see if we can practice with full sentences. And we'll wrap it up with this quick activity here. So what do we got here? Read each sentence naturally. Keep at light and connected. So number 1, I'm at home right now. I'm at home right now. I'm at home right now. Wherever you are, repeat it out loud. She's at work. She's at work today. She's at work today. The kids are at school. The kids are at school. We met at 5. We met at 5. He usually eats lunch. Sorry. He usually eats at lunch. He usually eats at lunch. They stayed at home last night. They stayed at home last night. You hear that held T, the Every time you see at, and it comes before a consonant, 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 consonant. Hold that air in. At school, at the store, at. Always the So remember, relax the vowel. It's not ah. You don't want to overemphasize the ah. Relaxed, Keep the T light, at, and focus on rhythm, not spelling. So connecting the at with the following consonant. How it looks and feels, mouth relaxed in the relaxed position, lips relaxed, jaw loose, short and unstressed. The light T connection. Make the T light and quick. Tip of the tongue touches the ridge slightly and releases straight into the next sound. Now this right here, this is the flat T, which we're going to get into for the next video. In this video, we're primarily focusing on that holding sound, that held sound, the held T. All right. In the next video, we're going to focus on the da, da, that light tap. So it's not a popping T, it's a light tap. And we're going to do some drills and practice that for the next video. Again, if you're not sure if you're pronouncing it correctly, you're not sure if you are producing these sounds in the best way possible, make sure to check out the link that you see in the description or the link in the bio. That's going to take you to my community where once you join, you're going to get a personalized accent assessment. I'm going to assess your strengths and your weaknesses in a personalized way. And you're going to have the possibility to join live coaching sessions 3 times a week, an accent reduction system, videos, drills, exercises, a community, weekly challenges, among many, many other things, so that you can reduce the accent, sound as American as possible, open up these possibilities, these opportunities to the US market, in business, for presentations, for meetings, improve your life by sounding as clear and confident as possible. So if you're interested, click on the link above in the biography, or in the bio, or the link in the description. Nick's English Hub. I'll see you guys there.